We'll do it live. It.
One of the reasons I respect you and Fuzz Parade because y'all were early on. It's not like the vocal style that you developed and the guitar style that Renee developed and the drums that Todd developed. It's not like that was being done and you guys have just heard this for years. I mean, it was literally only a few years. I mean, when you talk about Scum 86, 87, it's not that long after you guys started doing this. So you guys are on the forefront of doing something that was being talked about today that's still going strong. And I'm hearing more and more because I keep up with music and I'm hearing more and more vocalists, especially in the metalcore scene, do some crazy lows and some crazy highs. There's a band I like out of Canada. Man, what is their name? But they had two vocalists and one did the low like pig squeal type lows, which I like. And I think the other guy did some highs. So there, you have bands formed that are trying to do using two singers to do what you were doing.
Yeah.
And it's an endurance thing, like you said. Like you don't have a lot of breaks, and your lung power, all that, your endurance, that all plays in a factor. And a lot of times when you see these guys live on YouTube, and you're like they're skipping notes or they're not going high, it's because they're out of breath. You are a pioneer as far as I'm concerned. But that's what made me talk about the metalcore, like these metalcore kids that are doing a lot of crazy things vocally. I guess the reason I brought that up is because there's a YouTube channel I like called Charismatic Voice, and she's an accomplished opera singer, and she's a reaction channel. So she started reacting to different things and started talking about the vocal techniques. She's analyzing the vocalist, and then people started pushing her into metal. She can talk scientifically about the vocal folds and the technique.
I dig it. I know who you're talking about. I've seen a couple of those.
She's really opened a lot of people's eyes because she took this guy, Will Ramos, and they were showing the folds and she was analyzing how he does it. They're saying because of whatever he's doing scientifically, he's doing it the right way, which is a natural way for him to do. The thing he says and that you say that freaks a lot of people out is you're like, I can do this all day long, when some people can do it for 10 seconds and they can't talk for a week. So it's like, why can Jason Pilgrim and Will Ramos do these super highs and super lows and for 2 hours a day and it doesn't affect them?
Yeah. The lows are more damaging than the highs for me anyway. So dig it. I get what you're saying, because when I started doing, so you had to make a choice. If you're going to do highs, what are you going to do? You're going to do Norwegian black metal, or you're going to go, back there where you're confining it and pushing it at the same time and restricting it. You can only get so high doing that. I knew I could get higher. So I said, okay, well, napalm. I went the old lady driver's route first and then said, okay, well, I'll take their nutsiness, craziness and all that and try to go with the napalm highs, the highest I could find, and those I found were back here in the back, You open that up and you can open it up so wide that you can push with restricting your body to control the air instead of restricting with your throat to control the air. And that's what saved my throat. And I was able to do it so much and so easily. Once I found that way to do it, to really open up and open your mouth like you're smiling is big. You remember that Slayer shirt with the big red demon shirt on it when you're in high school, the big that big smile. You smile and open up like that and you can access that. Whereas if you're trying to restrict it here, all you're doing is wearing yourself out. Now, I have no idea what I'm talking about. But my point is that's the way I figured it out. And it works for me. So whether I'm right or wrong, I'd be interested to know. But the highs I figured out how to make very easy.
But it's not easy for everyone. Sure, it's your technique. I had the Melissa Cross book and stuff. There are just some things I am not built to do. What I'm saying is it's not just as simple as, oh, just try this technique and you could sound like Jason Pilgrim on Flush Parade. It's not like that.
No, no, it's not quite that easy. You're right. Yeah.